Hey, how y'all doing? How you 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 doing? I said, how you doing? How you doing? But I'm the person that's stuck on my hand. Ow, ow. Look at that. Popping, 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 popping. Hey, 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 hey. I want designer. Good evening. Good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Well, guys, welcome back to the live. This is going to be the live that explains the missing lives from Monday until today. Okay. Welcome back, people. I know you guys last saw me Tuesday. Was it? Yeah, Tuesday going to jail. A bitch went to jail. And I'm happy as fuck. Can you believe that? I went to jail and I'm still happy as fuck. Let me explain to you guys how I ended up in jail because I know you guys kind of picked up on that live and didn't know what the fuck was going on. All right, hold on, give me a second. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I put it in the car because you're not about to open it here. No, ma'am. Go play. Go ahead and play. Finish eating your donut. Look at you. Get your shit together now. Eat your donut and enjoy. Mommy's on live, so go ahead and enjoy, okay? All right, guys, so let's get back to explaining what's been going on. All right, guys, basically what happened was my uncle booked a room for me and himself. And what happened was, guys, during my transition, I went back to the hotel room that day, which was after 12 o'clock. My key worked. I went outside after about an hour and then went back in because I had to go smoke a cigarette. You know, you can't smoke in these buildings. So I went outside, went back in, and my key worked. Now, during this time, I have noticed already that the lady at the front desk has this eyeball issue with me because keep in mind, folks, my hair was as it is today, as I've been explaining to you guys. Whenever I have my natural hair out is when I have the problems that I have with white people and superiority. Okay? So basically what happened was, from what I felt happened, those people looked down at my room, saw a man's name, and instead of them just asking me what my name was, they decided to play this game of, you know, maybe we'll say something to trigger her off and get her put off the property. Okay. I don't have a problem with that, people. Once you are observationally aware of your surroundings, you can kind of pinpoint what's going on around you. If the people agree with it, it makes no never mind. The point that I was trying to prove was that whenever I am loving myself unabashedly as I am, is those are the days where somebody wants to be either the COVID police or they just want to try me. That was the point I was making. Now with this video, right, I wanted to record the things that the police were saying, things like that, because as they tell you have rights, people, pay attention to how they treat your rights in and out of public. Now, I'm bringing that up because I know my rights, which means I don't have to talk to any fucking body I don't want to. Me going to jail was because I didn't speak to 4 different cops. Remember, guys, I was talking to y'all on the live, which offended them. That's not my problem, though. They offend me every time they speak to me without my permission, quite frankly. So, with that being said, I went to jail for being loud, aka disorderly conduct. Because what happened was, which you guys didn't catch or see, was that me and my husband had been talking during all the issues that was going on. So I was getting information from him on how to best deal with the situation before I walked into that angry ass situation. Okay, hear me out. When I noticed the lady acting strange. Okay, hold on. When I noticed the lady was acting strange, basically, I went and called my husband and told him that shit's kind of weird, you know? I told my husband that the way the lady at the front desk had been acting made me feel like she was about to try me, for lack of better words, which is what happened. She tried me. I told my husband that, no, I don't think my uncle would do me like that. I don't think he would have not paid for something knowing we supposed to be staying here 2 nights. So I don't want to say it's my uncle's fault, but we're going to find out by the end of the video that it's his fault. So basically what happened, guys, is, let me get my medicine. Hold on, let me get my medicine. Y'all know I can't talk to y'all without my medicine. Okay, so basically, right, hold on. Give me a second, y'all. I gotta get my medicine. So, all right. So, right. Meanwhile, I'm talking to my husband. I'm trying to figure out the best way to deal with this, because when I got dropped off at the hotel, my uncle had to take my cousins to the airport. So I knew I was gonna be there for a minute. I just didn't know how long I was gonna be there without him. So before everything jumped off, I called my uncle. I told him about what they were trying to do with them knocking on my door like that and then trying to walk in my room without permission. I called my uncle. I told him what was going on. I told my uncle at that point in time, call these fucking people before I flip stupid in here. Now, mind you, this is before everything kicks off with me and the lady at the register. At this point, I'm talking to my husband about how I should handle shit if shit goes left. Now, keep in mind, guys, checkout's at 12, right? I didn't get back to my room till about 12:30. So yes, my key is supposed to work at 12:30. My key is supposed to work at 1 o'clock, because if we got the room for 2 days back to back, doesn't that mean my key is supposed to work after 12 o'clock? Yes, it does mean that. Now, the reason why I was frustrated with my uncle, because one phone call could have saved all of that drama. Point blank. All they had to do was call the people. Now, in the process of this happening, I've already told my uncle that, these people are doing weird shit. All I did was go outside and smoke a cigarette, because you can't smoke in the building. So now, how I'm going to make this correlate for you, during this trip, I was not abiding by my own personal rules and boundaries, i.e. food that I was eating, partaking in drinking, things of that nature. So how it correlates or manifests in this realm is, i.e. going to jail or getting in trouble, blah, 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 blah. Now, I feel like that happened for a specific reason. It basically brought light to the fact that my family still does not know what to say to police or how to talk to police, because they're still under that religious glass ceiling that says, if you say, oh, please, massa, they'll give you your freedom. They don't. Okay? I wanted to use my arrest video as I am going to use my arrest video as a teaching tool. You want to know why and how I'm going to use it? Because who by this time don't know I smoke? Exactly. So when I make these trips with people, I know what rules to break and what rules not to break, i.e. I don't smoke reefer on hotel premises. Why get myself kicked out? Now, the issue that I had with those people was because of the simple fact that I pointed out their error. What happened was, when they saw me walk in and out that hotel, they looked and checked which room I was in, and when they saw James Harris, they knew that wasn't the woman's name. So they didn't know who the fuck I was. Go figure. Now, what's funny about that is, when my uncle booked the rooms, they didn't ask who was going to be in the other room. That's the funny part about this. So when the cops got there and they started asking about my ID, I told them, you don't fucking need it. What's it going to do for you? Are you going to give me a trespassing ticket? Because that's the only thing you can do with it. You don't know who I am. Now, I'm using this as a teaching tool because I want to explain to you guys how my uncle dropped the fucking ball. With my uncle and every family member that I know knowing about my ailment, i.e., bipolar depression, you're supposed to be able to tell these people that I am a person who suffers from bipolar depression. I always keep my paperwork on me just in case. Okay? Now, what my uncle failed to realize is he could have made one phone call. Considering the fact that he's walking around with 2 fucking phones, he could have called them people. Now, when the shit hit the fan, right, the people are asking me to call James and have him call them. Now, I did that about 5 times before shit went left. I called my uncle about 5 times, and I said, just call these people because they're going to try to put me out. And quite frankly, where am I supposed to fucking go? I'm in a state that I don't know of, and I don't know where to go. And I don't want to go too far because when you come back, you're going to be looking for me. That's just me being conscious of my situation and my surroundings. Now, I'm using this as a tool to teach with today because so many times we jump in the vehicle with people not knowing what they got on them, not knowing if they have warrants, not knowing any of those things. Now, when it comes to me and mine, I always carry my health paperwork with me when I go out of state. I always carry my ID with me. I always carry all the things that they claim they're going to need when they want to arrest you. Now, amazingly, when the video dropped, my keys were in the room, so I didn't have my ID on me. So, personally, I felt like, don't give them your information. They're going to get it from your snitching ass uncle as soon as they talk to him. That's what I thought. That's what I knew. And that's exactly what happened. Because I knew the moment that I got arrested what was going to happen. The whole reason for the video and me stalling those people like that was so that my uncle and them could get back to the hotel before I went to jail. So what I did was I tried to ignore the cops, meaning I tried to back away from them. I tried to walk away from them. I tried to avoid them by talking to y'all so that I could stall time until my uncle got back. That's where you hear me saying my uncle's going to be here in 15 minutes. He's on the way, la, la, la. This is what I'm telling them so they'll leave me the fuck alone. But, of course, a white lady called and said she was scared, so they couldn't leave me alone. Now, during this exchange back and forth, what actually happened was when I walked outside to take my smoke break, when I had first came back, the hour after I first came back, which would put me at about an hour one, it was at 1:40 something when I went to go take my smoke break, right? Now, I go to take my smoke break. I go back inside. My key works just fine, guys. It works just fine. This whole entire time, the key works just fine, people. So when I get back to the room, I notice that this lady is creepily watching me go in and out this building. So I get back to the room, and I'm actually on the phone with my husband. I'm telling him about this woman who seems to be watching me like a fucking creep the whole time, right? While I'm on the phone with my husband, he hears somebody hit the door. And then we hear the man open my room door. If it wasn't for the fact that I had the lock on the door, he would have walked dead into my fucking room. So when that happens, my husband's still on the phone with me. I walk to the door. When I get to the door, the Indian tries to play this game of, I don't speak English. You need to check out. You need to check out. I said, sir, I don't know what you're talking about. No, I don't. And I closed the door. He said something about call the front desk. I said, there's no need for me to call the front desk. Why? Because the room's not in my name. So it'd be pointless for me to call the front desk, right? But right after that happens, they call my room, right? My husband's still on the phone with me. He's listening to the phone call that I'm having with the bitch at the front desk. So, excuse me, y'all. Couldn't get that thing lit off. So, on the phone, the lady says, I need you to have Mr. James call me. So I said, yes, ma'am. He's at the airport right now. I'll have him to call you, is what I told the lady. So now, as soon as I get off the phone with my husband, I call my uncle. I say, Unc, These people is trying to kick me out. I need you to call up here. You feel me? Just call these fucking people and say what you need to say so they'll stop fucking with me, because you already know me. If somebody says the wrong shit to me, I might spaz. I might flip out. So my uncle say, I'm on the way. He never says I'm going to call him. He just keeps saying I'm on the way. Nigga, you are almost 2 hours away. You need to fucking call these people. People, niggas can be so ignorant that you just want to beat their fucking ass. But I digress, okay? Now, mind you, while I get back on the phone with my husband, I ask my husband, what you think I should do? He's like, babe, just check the door with your key. See if the key works in the door before you go back outside. So I said, you know what, husband? Correct. Let me go check the door with my key. Of course, I slide my key in the thing. It's coming back red now. Lo and behold, the key is coming back red right before shit's about to kick off. So I say, give me a second. Let me call Uncle Jimmy real fast. I get off the phone with my husband again. This is at about 2 something now. I call my husband. I call my uncle. I say, my key don't work. I need you to get your ass here or call these fucking people, because I don't want to go outside and be locked out my room and all my shit's in the fucking room. So my uncle says again, I'm on the way. Nigga, you're not going to get here. I need you to call these fucking people, right? So, in the meantime, in between time, right? I'm still waiting on my uncle to do his part as the ignorant party in this and just call these fucking people. Now, before that happens, I come downstairs like I'm going to smoke a cigarette again. But the trick to that was I didn't close my room door all the way because I knew my key wasn't going to work. So as I'm going back outside to take another smoke break, the bitch behind the counter goes out of her way to address me. She flags me down because I have on my headset, of course. She flags me down and then she asks me the question of, aren't you in 203? This is how you watch for the hook, people. When she said, aren't you in 203? Me knowing that that's not my room number, I simply say, no ma'am, that's not me. And I proceed to walk out the fucking door. Now while I'm out there smoking my cigarette, I'm telling my husband what's going on. I'm telling my Uncle Jimmy what's going on. Just to keep motherfuckers abreast of what's going on around me. So while I'm out there waiting on my uncle to show up and shit like that, I'm sitting outside saying, oh God, this shit's about to jump stupid. But I already know I've got drugs on me. So I know I can't let nobody to my room. So I must stall these fucking people until my uncle gets here. So what you see on the live is me doing everything I can to stall the fucking people so that they don't come upstairs with me to pack my shit, i.e. the police, because you know what they like to do? Something smells weird, da-da-da-da-da. So before I chance them running into the drugs that I have on me, reefer, la-la-la-la, I play the game of, I don't have to talk to y'all outside. That's me going live and explaining everything to you guys. Hey guys, I'm probably gonna go to jail because these police, that's me showing you all the police that were behind me and all that shit in that video. That is all part of my stalling tactic until my uncle gets there, because I can tell by the way these people are walking that he has never called them. Now, in the process of me talking to my live or to you guys, the police felt like I wasn't talking to them, so they wanted to showcase their power or their white superiority in the matter, which is to arrest a black woman who is minding her fucking business. Because let's be clear, people, I got arrested for smoking a cigarette outside. That's what that goes down as. I got arrested for not talking to the police, even though your rights say you don't have to talk to them. That's what I got arrested for, guys. Okay? So, I'll tell you exactly how I got arrested, which is right around the time my uncle is pulling in. They've already snatched my phone from me. They've already taken all my shit from me. My uncle's walking in, and in that same moment, the cop is trying to say something to me. And I tell him straight to his face, shut your funky fat ass up. And apparently that pissed him off. So that's how I ended up going to jail. I called him a funky fat fucker. And I guess he was like, that's the last fucking straw. So he starts to put the handcuffs on me. Now, meanwhile, while that's happening, my uncle is doing his what do I call it? His Mr. Massa dance. You know how the religion folk love to scream that they free and all this shit, but the minute a policeman comes up, they turn into yes a boss or yes a sir. Okay, so my uncle's turned into the yes a massa. Basically, when he got there, the first thing he says is, "Oh, I wish my niece would learn how to calm down." Now, for the reason why I'm using this as a teaching tool today is because for those of you who have family members, I need you to do the research on their ailments. Okay? If you know someone who has bipolar depression, what do they tell you about people with bipolar depression? People with bipolar depression go from 0 to 100 in 2.5 seconds. That's what we do. Literally, that's what we do. You say things that trigger us, and then we shoot off like a rocket and want to tear shit up. That is the definition of someone with bipolar depression. As someone with bipolar depression, I know I can go from 0 to 100 in 2.2 seconds. You understand me? So, like I said, I was just utilizing certain tactics because I had certain things on me that I didn't need them to find out I had. Because in the state of Georgia, if you get caught with a seed on you, you got to do a mandatory 30 fucking days. And I'm not doing that, guys. Okay? So what I did was I'll swap out and I'll take the lesser of two evils, which is go to jail for a couple hours. Being that I'm not from this state, there's nothing you can do. I'm not on my third strike or anything like that, because when you Google my name in the system, you don't find it because I'm not from there. When you know how these systems are set up, meaning that all of them are not connected. Each state has their own way of doing shit so bad that they can't connect them to catch criminals when they jump state to state. It's funny, but it's fucked up at the same time. So meanwhile, while my uncle is giving them my actual real information, I say to myself, well, I can't lie to them because that's just going to have me hemmed up later about lying to them. So before I walk into giving them the wrong information by choice, I'll just play this smartly, which means I won't give them any fucking information. I'll go by whatever information my uncle gives them when they ready to book. How about that? That's me logically thinking the situation out so well that I was able to handle each and everything that came at me. Now, granted, I spent 8 hours in jail, but I still got out the same day. Now, how it manifested is what I really want to talk about. I feel like the reason why me going to jail and all that shit happened was because during my go out of town, I didn't properly prepare by bringing the proper food to eat, the proper things to drink. I didn't bring any of that with me because for some reason, I just didn't want to bring all that. Now that I've gone through what I've gone through, I know going forward, I will be bringing all that shit. So basically what I'm saying is, now, I've gone out of my way to help my uncle, considering that he does not have a driver's license. I knew why I was needed, okay? I was there to provide transportation for him out of town. Now, what you guys don't know is during our last trip together, my uncle didn't pay me. So this trip was based off of basically him paying me for the last trip and this one together. Now, I don't know if he felt some kind of way because I was forcing him to pay that he played like he played. But the life lesson in that is the one I'm taking with me and going forward with, which is he never paid attention to my ailment. He never paid attention to nothing I said on any of the trips previous because he would know that I always carry my medical paperwork with me so that he can get me out of situations. You get what I'm saying? Now, I've gone through enough situations to know that you're supposed to carry certain shit with you when you're in and out of town. Otherwise, motherfuckers will try to play you. Now, after going through all of this and getting out of jail, my uncle tells me that the people had his information wrong. That's why they couldn't call him. But him telling me that just let me know that he fucking dropped the ball. Them not calling you doesn't explain why you didn't call them. So the reason I've been making my videos is to point out that my family is super fucking slack, right? This just culminated over a 3-day trip that my uncle doesn't give a fuck about me. How do I know? Because when they were asking him my information, the nigga didn't even know my birthday, y'all. It's the month before his. He didn't even know my birthday. See how funny people are? Family, right? Now, the only thing that would have matched is his last name and my last name. But if he had been paying attention, he would know that I'm married now. So, that name doesn't work. So, what's funny about that is, as he's telling these people this, my other cousin is standing right beside me. Now, meanwhile, I'm telling my cousin, hey, get the bag, get my bag, get my bag. You know, I'm doing the look, get my bag, please get my bag, Shonda, get my bag. Now, she does what I need her to do. She gets my bag, she gets all of my shit, and they manage to get all my stuff back out, right? Now, when I get out, right, I find out after I'm able to reach out and make my phone call. I find out after I reach out and make my phone call that my uncle, I'm getting out that night. I find out I'm getting out that night. They don't do a second court. So I'm getting out that night. And basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to locate my uncle. Now, mind you guys, I don't know my uncle's number by heart. I don't talk to them people. I don't call them fucking people. You feel me? The nigga got 2 phones. I don't know neither one of the fucking numbers to them shits. You feel me? I don't call them enough to memorize them, quite frankly. So I called the only number I knew to call, my husband. I knew my husband would find a way to call him if need be. So when I'm making a phone call, I'm telling the people that, you know, I'm not from here. It's long distance. I don't live here. So while they're talking shit to me, I'm still talking shit to them because, quite frankly, you guys are stupid. I'm tired of helping you do your fucking job. Y'all suck as police officers. How do I know that? Because I saw a fat-ass cop walking around. It took 45 minutes for him to make a step. You guys are so fucking lazy that I don't like helping the police do their job. That was the first thing I started with on my video. Why do I have to help you fucking arrest me? Why would I give you my name, which would help you arrest me? Okay? Remember, guys, the reason why I drug everything out is a stall tactic, okay? I had drugs on me, okay? I wasn't going to do 30 days when I could just do 8 hours. You feel me? You're winning. So, I go to jail. And I guess the cops feel some kind of way because I made them all look stupid. Because keep in mind, guys, they want me to talk to them, but I'm talking to y'all on the live. So they felt like I was being rude and disrespectful to them. Now, last time I checked, I have rights just like they do, which says I don't have to talk to anybody I don't want to fucking talk to, right? But it's amazing when you apply that method, they get fucking pissed off. Did you know that? They get mad as hell when you don't talk to them. But sucks for you, I guess. I'll take my loss. I'll take 8 hours over 30 days any motherfucking day of the week, you feel me? So, this is what I want to discuss in terms of your family and being slack motherfuckers, right? Now, y'all know from my last video, I could slap a cop today and get out tomorrow because I'm bipolar, right? I didn't even slap nobody on this trip, y'all. I didn't put my hands on nobody, but the way that lady looked, when my cousin got there, she thought I had punched the bitch. She's standing over there clutching her shit. Oh, my God. I call myself the sonic boom of the South for a reason. When I speak, this shit get to quaking, all right? I was loud enough to wake everybody in the motherfucking hotel wake up. You think I don't know I have that power? Yes, I do. I did it for a reason. I need a lot of people to see what's going on, okay? Because I don't want to get killed by these freaky-dink, raggedy-ass fucking cops. Think, people. You got to think. Because they'll try you and then try to make you look stupid, okay? Now, what happened was the lady tried to play me with that 203 bullshit, and I knew I wasn't in 203. So I proceeded to walk the fuck off. You don't have nothing to say to me. You looking for whoever's in 203 is what I felt. So I walked off. Now, when I come back in there, after I done told her my real room number, she starts to say slick shit like, well, I must have said the wrong thing. She goes into this whole story about, well, sometimes the keys get cut off at 11, and sometimes the keys get cut off at 12. I said, lady, I didn't get back till 12:45. So that means that this second day was paid for. You basically tried to play me like I didn't know what was paid for. You tried to separate or divide to conquer me and my uncle. Now, it didn't work because I was paying attention. But if I hadn't been, all the damage it could have done. Okay, guys? The damage it could have done. Me knowing my place and what I'm doing, made it so that I could decipher between the information that was being provided. This is why I say my uncle dropped the ball, because all they had to do was make a phone call. You get what I'm saying? If you've got 2 phones on you and we're out of town and you don't know what to say to these people because you don't have your receipt in your hand or something like that, he could have made one phone call and said, "That's my niece in the other room." And that would have alleviated everything. But my uncle, being a dick and an alcoholic, he didn't do that. So what happens is now I have to utilize my stall tactic for just myself. So as I'm stalling them out, I'm pissing these people off. 4 cops then came to talk to me, and I haven't spoken to near one of them. I don't talk to the popo. Fuck y'all. Y'all lazy as shit. You're sorry as fuck. It don't matter what state you're in. Okay? It's just what it is. I feel that way because I've been arrested in 4 different states. So I think I got a pretty good understanding of how stupid they are. You know? So while this is going down, I'm thinking about the fact that I have about 8 blunts in my bag upstairs. And some other things. So I can't go down like that. Okay? So I'll just do the stall tactic. I'll embarrass these niggas by making them look stupid. As each cop is trying to talk to me, I'm basically answering their question in a rude way. I'm telling y'all in the live, this fucking cracker wants me to talk to him. Nope. This fucking cracker wants me to talk to him. Nope. I'm doing all of this shit to infuriate them while dragging the time out, because my uncle said he's 15 minutes out. I gotta make this shit last for at least 15 fucking minutes. You feel me? I can't go upstairs with the cops because I already know if I go upstairs to get my shit, they're going to want to walk me up there to get my shit. And I can't chance them doing the, "it smells like reefer" game. So what I do is I keep them down fucking stairs. You see what I'm saying? You got to keep them downstairs. I might end up going to jail, but fuck it, I'll take the chance. So I ain't got to go to jail for the rest of the fucking month. You feel me? So I'm downstairs yelling at the bitch behind the counter. At this point, the cops is over there talking about, "Ma'am, you should talk to us." I said, "No, there's no point in me talking to you, because it's whoever get to the fucking phone first." Her fat ass got to the phone first, so I know you're not going to listen to shit I'm saying. That's just facts. So, of course, that is exactly what happens. The lady lies to me 2 to 3 times to the point where I get pissed off and I start yelling at her, and then next thing you know, she goes, "I'm just going to call the police." You see how white people do? They antagonize you or poke the bear. And then when you are like a bear, now it's, "Oh my God, somebody help. I am in distress." You know? So when you know that that's what they're going to do, you just do your part. All that requires me to do is be loud at that point. I just need to be loud enough for the next 15 minutes until my uncle gets here and can get my shit. Right? So I see my cousin walk in. She's watching how they handling me in the corner, because it's 4 of them, and they got me backed into a corner at this point. As I'm talking to the lady about the lies that she's told me and her daughter, who was present watching, the cop starts to say something to me, and he goes along like, "Ma'am, you need to be quiet." I said, "You need to shut your funky fat ass up." That's when he decided in that moment that I needed to go to jail. Keep in mind, guys, I've already told these people I am bipolar. So every time you scream, "Be calm," I'm going to knock some shit the fuck over, because those are trigger words for me. I know my triggers, people, okay? This is why you have to know yourself. If you want to maneuver in this fucking realm, you need to know yourself so well that you can get yourself out of some funky situations. You feel me? These are the things that you're supposed to be teaching your kids. Because, let's be clear, people, all of that shit should have never happened. You want to know why it should have never happened? 1, my uncle should have called them fucking people. And 2, if you were so concerned about the lady in the other room, you could have addressed me like a person. You could have asked me who rented the room. Instead, you wanted to play this rinky-dink game of, well, he only paid for 1 night and blah, 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 blah. You scanned a credit card, baby. Charge as many fucking nights as you want to. That goes for the hotel people. That's what's funny about the hotel people. If you have his card on file, you could just scan his card for another day. Why didn't anybody try that? I don't fucking know. I guess they thought I lied and stole a whole room. That's what's funny about these Indians and shit like that. You really think I stole a whole room? How I get the key? Don't those keys have to be activated? Think, people. I know for a fact my uncle paid for 2 fucking nights. But those people didn't see me come in with him. So I guess they thought he bought a room for a ghost or some shit. And they was just going to win off the fact that he paid for 2 rooms. I don't fucking know. People are weird. Okay, people? They're weird. But if you pay enough attention to your surroundings, you can pinpoint when these motherfuckers try you. That's why I decided to use this as a learning experience, people. You guys are on my spiritual journey with me. And as we go through my spiritual journey, I'm showcasing how this realm, or this earthly realm, manifests shit to fuck with you based off of principles or boundaries that you set for yourself. Like I said, people, the reason why I feel like I went through all of that shit is because, one, I wasn't eating my diet that I have home. I make arrangements on my trips because I eat to survive when I'm not at home, which means I'm more likely to eat things that I personally don't agree with. And that's something I need to work on and fix as well. Those of you who follow me know that I'm trying to quit smoking, but it ain't gonna happen that fast. I've been smoking since I was 17, okay? It's just gonna take a little bit longer, but I'm working on it, right? So basically, I explained to my uncle, I got arrested for smoking a cigarette. I got arrested for following directions. You feel me? I went outside to smoke a cigarette. I came back in. You feel me? Keep in mind, when I'm at these public places, I don't smoke reefer on y'all premises. I don't do that because I know you niggas love to sniff shit out and put people out. So I don't smoke on the property, baby. There's no reason to do that. Why would I set myself to get put out sooner? Crazy? Hell no. So meanwhile, I just wanted to make sure that those people weren't near my room. Like I said, I had about 8 blunts in the bag. And somebody was going to tell me they smell something. So let me keep y'all downstairs, you nosy little bastards. So meanwhile, I get on my live. I start doing the whole, oh my God, people, I need to be on the live. I did the live. Like I said, I did the live so that, one, y'all could see if some fuck shit happened to me. I also did the live, like I said, to stall them out. I felt like if I tell y'all my story, maybe one of those fucktards would hear me telling y'all the story and be like, oh, so that's what happened. But no, as cops like to do, they like to play the, well, you're not talking to me, so you're being rude. I wouldn't give a fuck, okay, people? I don't give a fuck. You wanna know why? Because you guys are lazy as fuck. You don't do your job. Had I told you what happened, what do y'all think would have happened? I still would have went to jail. That's the beauty about being chocolate, guys. They always want to arrest us when we're being decent people, okay? Me going outside to take a smoke break, I shouldn't have had to go through all of that. But I understand why I went through all of that. That's knowing yourself. I know exactly why I went through it. I know exactly why they tried me. I know everything about this. Now, the lesson in this is for my uncle and those like him, you know, the religious freaks, blah, 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 blah. If you have a relative who has been diagnosed with a mental issue or something like that, do your fucking research and find out what that ailment is all about. If you have bipolar depression, you go from 0 to 100 in 2.2 seconds, just like me, okay? You have to learn your trigger words in order to beat bipolar depression. I know my triggers. I know my trigger words. Okay, guys? I know all of those. I know them all so well that I can read motherfuckers who swear they can't be read. Okay? That's Indian folk. That's white folk. That's all of them. All of them hate us. So I don't give none of them niggas no slack. Okay? I'm gonna make your job difficult if you're gonna make my stay here difficult, people. That's how I act. That's how I carry myself. It doesn't matter what the situation is or who the people is. I am the same person in person, over the phone, and so on and so fucking forth, okay? The reason why I am going through this, because like I said, there's a young lady that I just met, my client, who may end up in a situation like this. And if I know how to get her out of it, I am going to do my fucking best to get her out of it, okay? Now, the young lady I'm talking about, she doesn't do drugs, so she doesn't have to worry about this shit or this kind of shit happening to her. But the reason why I explain these things to her is because if her mother is to fall into a situation where she can't speak for herself, then she needs to know or be able to know what to do. You get what I'm saying? People like me who have this weird gift of talking to spirits, we can not only understand it, but we can speak it. And if we get, let me say, too overheated body wise, she may end up speaking it just by default. And I don't want her mom to go, oh my God, I don't know what she's saying. Let me take her to the hospital. No, she just needs some time to come back to this realm and speak to you about what she's trying to say to you. That's what's happening. Okay? Since that incident, guys, I have been astral projecting so fucking fast. I had to figure out what to say to y'all. Okay? Certain things activate certain fucking powers. Now, some of y'all are saying those ain't powers, but let's be real. Those are fucking powers. Do you understand? I spoke to quite a few spirits to know what the fuck was about to pop off. It's a blessing to know what you know when you know. Because then you can avoid the obstacles they keep throwing in our way. Like when I was locked up, I was cussing out the police the whole time. You want to know why? Because why does it take 4 to 8 hours to book somebody? But when you notice, if you ever go to jail, you'll notice that they walk super fucking slow. You know? They walk slow purposely so that they don't get shit done. Now, I'm saying that because I'm watching these people tell me that I got such and such amount of people in front of me, but I need to get to the fucking phone because I'm out of town and my transportation is going to be needed. Somebody's going to need me to drive. So the lady is dragging her ass. She don't want to book me because it's close for her to get off. So she's really dragging her ass so she don't have to do the paperwork. Now, in the midst of her dragging her fucking ass, I can see her through the window. So I say to her, ma'am, when is first court over? She says it's over at 5:30. I was like, so ma'am, what time is it? It's 5:45. So yeah, you just dragging your ass now to be an asshole at this point. You made sure I couldn't catch first court. How petty is that? So then I asked, when is next court? She tells me there is no next court. Now, normally I would get pissed the fuck off. But basically I said to myself, you're just going to be here till tomorrow morning, till first court. Lo and behold, I asked the lady, did you purposely wait or waste time so that I couldn't get booked before last court? She says, no, ma'am, that's not what we did. I said, but ma'am, I'm literally looking at you not do shit. You and that other fucker over there, y'all just talking to each other. Y'all could be processing these people's fucking paperwork. So me doing that pissed her off as well. But at this point, I'm locked in here till tomorrow morning. I really don't give a fuck how y'all feel. If I gotta be miserable, y'all should be miserable too, is how I feel. You so happy to be a cop, to be a lazy fucking cop. Then you should get this work just like everybody else. If you gonna be lazy about your job, own up to it. That's what I say. So while I'm telling her this shit, she feels some kind of way. And she decides to basically tell me that it's still 2 more people ahead of you, so we can't fucking help you. So while she's telling me that, I tell her, fine, I don't give a fuck. I'm here all night anyway. So when they do the shift change, I say to myself, Key, don't worry. Maybe this shift's going to be a little bit different. Maybe they're going to give you the information you need. Now, if y'all noticed, before I left out of town, I kept drawing all the faith cards or the fire cards. Now, my faith in myself is tremendous, okay? I had enough faith to know that by the latest, I would be getting out, Wednesday morning? And the earliest, Tuesday, right? So, when the next shift comes on, the lady notices that I haven't been booked all the way in. So, the first thing she says is, Miss Harris, I know you're from out of town. Soon as I finish getting clocked in, I'm going to go ahead and start your process so you can call somebody. I said, thank you. I appreciate that. This lady books me in 2.2 seconds, y'all, and now I'm on the phone. I make the phone call. She tells me, oh, well, yeah, I got to get you to make your phone call because you're going to PR bond out, which means you don't have to pay any money and you can leave today. Man, my heart jumped out my chest. Praise myself, okay? Notice how I said myself because myself got me in that situation and myself's going to get me out that situation. This is for the religious folks that like to scream, praise God, why did he do it? God didn't do shit. Okay? God told me to stall them fucking people. I told myself to stall them fucking people. Yeah, that's your God, people. I'm making this point or this correlation for those of you who love to throw up praise. I didn't pray for nobody. Okay? I talked to a few spirits. They told me something's going to happen today. And you're getting out today. And lo and behold, the cop came right in there and told me something's happening today and your ass getting out today. All you got to do is call your ride because we can't dress you out until your ride gets here. Now, here's where my family drops the fucking ball again, right? If you know I'm in jail, you should have your phone on you 24/7 because you don't know when I'm going to call. Tell me why my uncle's at the car lot shopping, leaves his phone in the fucking car. All right, Danny. What's the name of the religion? Anyways, so when I do the what the hell was I saying? He done got me all pissed off with that damn statement. Talking about reading cards of religion. Well, what's the name of the religion? Because it's called tarot healing, which is what I've been talking about. Anyways, while I'm in there and talking or consorting with the other spirits around me, I found out that I'm still gonna get out today. I just have to wait and reach out to my uncle. Like I said, this is how my uncle drops the ball. While he's out shopping for a car with my cousin, which was the main reason we went up there, people. He's out there shopping for a car with my cousin. He leaves his fucking phones, multiple, it's more than one, in the car while he's shopping. So the 30 minutes that I knows that it takes for him to get to me, really? Satanism? Okay, well, I'm a Satanist. There's the name I was looking for, people. With that being said, as I've been reading the cards, well, that morning, guys, I had drew 3 cards. 2 fire cards and 1 wind card. Now, what's crazy about that is I read the 3 cards, I shuffled the deck, and I tried to re-pull them. But I got the exact same cards. So I was saying to myself, I know something weird's going to happen today, but I didn't know what it was. Love you too, thank you. About finished? You about finished? Yeah, I'm about to head out. Okay. So, that day I knew something was going to happen. I couldn't put any words to it though. But after going through the experience of getting arrested and shit like that, I knew that that was the connection. You get what I'm saying? I knew that something was going to happen, but I just couldn't put it into words. And then when I went through the experience, it opened up a lot of doors for me. You notice how people always tell you to trust the process? Well, the only time people tell you to trust the fucking process is when you're either locked in a jail or when you're in the crazy hospital. It's amazing how they want you to trust those processes. Even though we know for a fact that cops are fucking dirty. And the people that's running a lot of these hospitals are just as dirty. The reason why I say these people running these hospitals are dirty is because why is it that you're allowed to have 2 refrigerators with medicine, one for the poor and one for the rich? How can you take an oath to take care of people if you already got that stipulation weighing over your fucking head? But they want me to believe that they're looking for my best interests. Cops too? How? You feel like locking up someone who is bipolar is the way to solve some shit? Because you don't like the tone of my voice? Too often, a lot of us black people get arrested for screaming or being loud. And quite frankly, I'm trying to pull the veil off of that. How is it okay for you to abuse me verbally, but if I yell at the cops, I gotta go to jail? That don't make no fucking sense, ain't it? It's amazing how they like to do this double standard. Just because I use cuss words don't mean I don't know how to communicate, people. Keep that in mind. I'm very educated. I'm very lovable. But I will not take disrespect. I don't give a fuck if you're a cop, doctor, lawyer, principal. I wouldn't give a fuck who you are. You're going to respect me and I'm going to respect you and we can keep moving. That's just how I see shit. So with that being said, people, I'm going to let you go. I might do another video because I got to make up for all the videos that I missed while I was doing my bid. So, keep in mind, folks, I'm back on my shit now. I'm back on my healthy shit. So, shit steam is coming back together. I love y'all. Be safe. And I'll expound on this a little bit more on the next video, okay? But for family members that's blocked, bow. Y'all ain't doing y'all fucking job. Make the call. Or go to the book bag with all the paperwork in it. I wouldn't have been there that long. See? I always be prepared. Y'all have a beautiful day. And remember, Acrostic Enterprising, Acrostic LLC. I still do transportation. That shit ain't gonna stop me. Gotta be ready. Have a good day.